Look who it is. It has been such a long time since I have been on What Real Entertainment, and I'm a co-founder of the channel. I should probably preface. Um, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nick Mulbach. Matt and I discovered this channel, or kind of came up with it a while ago, and I've been away for a little bit. But I'm hoping in the new year to be back, and what a start with Mean Girls, the movie. I should preface that if you've seen the trailer for this movie, this is not a Mean Girls reboot. If you can see the musical note in the A, this got the musical treatment, just like many of movies before, such as Hairspray and plenty of other musical adaptations. And this didn't fail. I thoroughly did enjoy the film. It did have its moments, don't get me wrong. And I was lucky enough to be able to get a perspective from my amazing girlfriend, Mary, on what the movie was like as compared to the actual theatrical production of Mean Girls, the musical. For those of you who are a big fan of the musical itself, there was a lot that was left on the cutting room floor. But for those of you who are a big fan of the musical, there was an absolutely unbelievable performance of Regina George from the Regina George for Mean Girls, the musical, Reneé Rapp. She was definitely one of the standouts for this film. I wouldn't entirely say that the lead necessarily of Katie was as strong as, say, a Lindsay Lohan was from back in the day. But overall, definitely, for the most part, everybody could sing, which was great. There were a few nods to the people who couldn't, and you will definitely enjoy that throughout the film. It was nice to have a musical adaptation of a movie to compare this film to in Dear Evan Hansen. Now, Matt and I and our friend Lou went to go and see Dear Evan Hansen. And what was interesting about Dear Evan Hansen was that not everybody, and I'm talking for the most part, looked like they were in high school. What was nice for this movie, a nice change of pace for certain aspects of things. Take High School Musical again, for example. Everybody actually looked the part, like they were in high school. It's almost like the Spider-Man Homecoming to the original Spider-Man effect of people actually looking like they are in high school. And it's so funny that our lead of Katie was played by the girl who was playing who we thought was Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man Homecoming. Unfortunately, she was not. That said, I overall did enjoy the movie. There was a few random cringy things that this movie did suffer from becoming a modern musical adaptation. I'm talking a lot of social media, random celebrity cameos using that social media that you wouldn't necessarily expect. Although I guess for this film, if you are following who's been writing some music for it, you would understand what I'm talking about. And if you are a fan of the original Mean Girls, I think that this movie did an okay job of balancing it being a narrative film and it being an adaptation of this musical. It was not okay, I should probably rephrase my words. It was not necessarily a straight musical like the musical was. There was a lot of songs that ended up being cut out from the original project. But that allowed for some of the narrative aspects of the original film to come into play. And I thought that that aspect of it was nice. There were, like I said, some performances that weren't necessarily my favorite, and some of the people weren't necessarily the strongest singers as compared to others. But overall, I did enjoy this film, especially as compared to other modern musical adaptations such as Dear Evan Hansen, and I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 reels. It is going to be in theaters as of Thursday, and I believe that eventually it is going to be streaming on Paramount Plus. I should probably mention, this movie was originally supposed to be made for Paramount Plus. Whether or not you actually notice that it was supposed to be made for Paramount Plus, is up to your own adaptation. I thought it was fine as compared to what we could have gotten, basically. That said, this is Nick Molbach signing off for another review, and I, as I mess up, cannot wait to be back in the new year for everybody. Thank you.